Martin Buber is a Jewish philosopher. He is well known for his philosophy of dialogue. According to Martin Buber, dialogue is the best method for teaching learning process. And he views that there are two types of approaches in the case of dialogue. They are I-thou relationship and I-it relationship. What is this I-thou relationship and what is I-it relationship? Martin Buber tells that individuals engage in dialogue with God the Almighty by making use of I-thou relationship. That people always call God as you or thou. And this relationship, this I-thou relationship between God and individuals have got some peculiarities. When people tell something to God, they openly tell each and everything. There is no blockage. There is no other object which prevents a person from reaching God. Each and everyone praise God without hiding anything in his inner mind. So according to Martin Buber, there should be an I-thou relationship between teacher and the students. What is the difference between I-thou relationship and I-it relationship? According to Martin Buber, as I told, when there is an I-thou relationship, we always see the other person as equal to us. So we will openly tell each and everything. We do not show any sort of superiority complex, and we never see the other person as inferior to us. But in I-it relationship, you can see a sort of strangeness. We see the other person as something else, or we never see the other person as equal to us. We can never feel his feelings. There is no closeness. When there is an I-thou relationship, there is an I-thou relationship, we can see some intimacy between two people. But when there is I-it relationship in our dialogue, then there is no closeness, there is no intimacy. So according to Martin Buber, teacher and students should keep an I-thou relationship when there is dialogue. Hence, teachers should see students as equal to them. They should allow their students to express their views without any fear, without any hesitation. And this will happen only when there is an I-thou relationship between teachers and students. And when teachers start seeing students as equal to them, students will get more confidence to ask questions, to reveal their problems, to show their talents, etc., etc., etc. But when there is an I-it relationship, students will not be ready to ask questions, because teacher will be showing a sort of strangeness, or the teacher will be keeping some distance from students. This distance will create some problems. So there should be an I-thou relationship between teachers and students. Similarly, according to Buber, when we study about different things, we should try to create a sort of I-thou relationship. For example, as I told in the introductory video, if you are a biology teacher and if you are teaching something about a tree, you should make the students create an I-thou relationship with that tree. So students should start asking questions to the tree. Students should see the internal parts of the tree as their own nerves, their own internal parts, and so and so. So students should ask questions, and just like this, my dear tree, what is in your body? What is in your inside? Whether you feel any pain when people cut your veins. So this should be there. So teaching everything by making use of an I-thou relationship. This is the philosophy of dialogue introduced by Martin Buber. Actually, Buber was not Buber was against the traditional educational system, the teacher-centered educational system. At the same time, he was not for the complete child-centered educational system. He believes that if students are given complete freedom, or students are given everything, then there is no need for a teacher. Actually, teacher should be there, and teacher should show some right path to the students. But it should not be teacher-centered. There should not be the dominance of the teacher. But at the same time, there should not be something called complete child-centered education. But still people believe that he has contributed to the modern child-centered education through his philosophy of dialogue. Because when there is I-thou relationship between the teachers and the students, actually students will become more active and live inside the classroom. They will be ready to ask questions, they will be ready to show their talents, they will be ready to produce more and more ideas, they will be ready to discuss their dreams, they will be ready to show their creativity, then aesthetic sense, and they will be actively participating in teaching learning process. So this will be there. And similarly, Dialogue is something important because in modern psychology there is something called um, there is something called psychotherapy. Actually, this psychotherapy is the dialogue between the counselor and the counselee. The dialogue has got some magnetic power. It has got some magical power. You can create confidence in a person through dialogue. You can clarify doubts of a person through dialogue. You can create some intimate relationship with a person through dialogue. You can create aspiration in a person through dialogue. You can create positive attitude in a person through dialogue. You can create aesthetic sense in a person through dialogue. You can create creativity in a person through dialogue. I mean, by indulging in the two type of dialogue. So this is something about Martin Buber's educational contribution to the modern child-centered education. Thank you.